My name is Shino Gbadegeshin. I'm the CEO Gozi Micro Insurance. Continue to watch SOUQ News.
Adenike Adeyemi, Executive Director of Faith Foundation. Keep watching SOUQ News.
My name is Shepherd Michael Adewale Onofuye. I enjoin you all to always watch SOUQ News TV.
Hey everyone, Majuli Obaje here representing Gigi. Keep watching SOUQ News, okay? Stay updated with SOUQ News.
My name is Aton Kame. I am the head of MSME Banking. Please keep watching SOUQ News and stay glued to SOUQ News.
I recommend that more and more people should watch SOUQ News because they deal with business news.
Hi, my name is Amaka Wokolo. I am the director of the Faith Institute at Faith Foundation. Keep watching SOUQ News.
Afrobeats is a classic overnight success story, except it didn't happen overnight.
I'm happy to be here. One of the key things about the Omniverse is that it's designed to go beyond an event and designed to be fully something that people can engage beyond the summit. The point being that Nigeria has so much to bring to the world in terms of these things, but we will be bringing fresh energy, fresh ideas, a fresh engagement, and we're obviously open to collaboration. But hip-hop, it never dies. What's the difference between Thor and Shango? Thor is approaching $50 billion in revenue. Shango's broke somewhere outside Lagos. And that's a lack of imagination on our part, Africa, and they're all Nigerian. So to be seen and to be noticed is very hard if you're not in the place where all the noise is being made.
We've got just what you need right here at Femi Wash Media. Call it the Midas Touch, and you wouldn't be wrong. Let us record, produce, mix, and master your audio like nobody does. Reach us on our contact today for the best quality job.
You have a job offer, they're going to pay you 800K per month, but you work 7 days a week, except public holiday. Or you earn 500K per month, but you work 5 times a week. Which one do you think you will go for?
I think that 7 days a week will be better. Because of the Nigerian stress and everything. The stress in Nigeria now is crazy.
Well, I'll definitely go for the one of 500K because my mental health is very, very important. I mean, what's the purpose of working when you don't have the time to spend the money you're working for or have some good time with your family? So my mental health is going to suffer.
I'll go for the one of 500K because the pay is okay, same as one of 800K, and I have to work 5 days, so I get to rest, and I'll have more peace of mind. Like, that's just it.
Okay, that's actually very tricky. Considering the Nigerian economic system, I would go for the 800, along with side hustles and all that, because it's something that could cover up for a lot of things.
I'll go for the 500K one, because I like my peace of mind. I like rest days. How many public holidays do we have in a year? It matters. It matters. At least I'm guaranteed my Saturdays and Sundays peace of mind. Not that you'll be calling me to work on Sunday because there's no, I don't want that.
Probably go for the 500K a week. That's more sustainable. I can't work 7 days a week all my life. I'm human. I need to sleep.
I think the 500K because at least I still need time to rest for myself. So yeah, I think I'll prefer the 500K.
I'll go for the 500K for 5 days because I don't think I can do the 7 days per week, just working non-stop. It's very exhausting for me because I think as humans we need sometimes to relax, take a weekend off, play basketball, something, but I can't do the 7 days per week. I prefer the 5 days.
The story of Ile-Ife. Ile-Ife, often described as the spiritual heart of the Yoruba people, is not just a city, it is the cradle of identity, civilization, and belief for millions across West Africa. Located in present-day Osun State, Ile-Ife is revered in Yoruba tradition as the place where life began and where the gods descended to create the earth. Archaeological findings, however, suggest the city's origins date back to between the 8th and 11th centuries CE, making it one of the oldest continuously inhabited urban centers in sub-Saharan Africa. According to Yoruba mythology, Oduduwa is regarded as the progenitor of the Yoruba race and the first ruler of Ile-Ife. Oral traditions say he founded the kingdom, from which many Yoruba monarchs trace their descent. His legacy symbolizes unity and divine kingship among the Yoruba. Centuries later, under the reign of Obalufon II, believed to have ruled in the 14th century, Ile-Ife experienced a golden era marked by exceptional artistic and technological achievements. This period produced the world-famous Ife bronze and terracotta heads, celebrated for their realism and craftsmanship. Scholars have described these artifacts as evidence of an advanced mythological culture that rivaled any in medieval Europe or Asia. Recent archaeological discoveries at Igbo Olokun near Ile-Ife revealed ancient glass bead production sites, one of the earliest in sub-Saharan Africa. The finds, led by researchers such as Professor Adisa Ogunfolakan and Dr. Babalola Abidemi, confirm that the people of Ife were skilled innovators in trade and material science. Beyond its material legacy, Ile-Ife remains a sacred and living symbol of Yoruba spirituality. Its monarch, the Oni of Ife, is still regarded as a custodian of tradition and a spiritual bridge between the people and their ancestral heritage. According to Bayo Laoye, a veteran journalist with SOUQ News Television, the story of Ile-Ife is not merely about the past, but about continuity. Ife tells us how knowledge, art, and belief shape the destiny of a people. It is a reminder that civilization in Africa didn't begin with contact from outside. It grew from within. Today, Ile-Ife continues to attract scholars, tourists, and spiritual pilgrims from around the world, all drawn by the enduring mystery of the source. I'm Moyosore Adebi for SOUQ News TV.
Welcome to Words of Our Fathers, where we appreciate and try to consider the precious words used by our forefathers centuries ago to shaping the society and make it a better place. Our proverb today is, an old banana leaf was once green. In other words, we must respect age, we must respect tradition, we must respect expertise. The Gen Zs have a way of looking down on the old folks, old school. Anything old is antiquated, is a museum material, and they don't usually pay attention to the words or the actions of the elderly ones. No man was successful in one day. Therefore, we must respect those before us. We must be patient, we must be tolerant. The words of our fathers are words of wisdom. I am Bayo Olaoye.
For surviving, it's Gary.
The way Gary has helped me in this life.
Gary, if you have like 100 naira, you can still drink Gary. If you have 100 naira, if you take pure water, you are just drinking water. But everybody will say borrow you one thing or the other. But Gary is the cheapest, I think.
Well, it's fair for me because I think fuel is one of the things that drives the economy, everywhere. So, for the economy to move, for productions to take place, for movements or transportation to take place.
Fuel, because I use fuel every day.
It's food now.
Football boots. Because I'm a footballer and it's very cost and it's hard to see money nowadays as a footballer.
Food. Because if people chop, there's no any problem.
A new generation of Nigerian artists is breathing life back into the age-old craft of bead making, a tradition that has adorned the necks, wrists, and waists of Nigerian women for centuries. Beads have always held a significant place in Nigerian culture, symbolizing wealth, status, and identity. In ancient times, they were used as currency and were integral in various rites of passage from birth to marriage. However, with the advent of modernity, the demand for traditional bead making dwindled as imported jewelry and contemporary fashion took center stage. In this special report, Bayo Olaoye will explore the noticeable resurgence in the popularity of beads, fueled by renewed interest in African heritage and craftsmanship. This revival is not merely a nostalgic nod to the past, but a vibrant contemporary movement that blends tradition with modern fashion trends. Artisans are at the forefront of this revival, infusing new life into beadwork by incorporating innovative designs that appeal to today's fashion-conscious consumers. Their collections, which range from bead necklaces to bold statement earrings, have found their way into the collections of top Nigerian designers and onto the necks of celebrities, musicians, actors, actresses, and socialites, both at home and abroad. One of the driving forces behind this resurgence is the growing pride in African identity. As more Nigerians embrace their cultural roots, there is a rising demand for fashion that reflects this heritage. Beads, with their deep cultural significance, are the perfect medium for expressing this identity. They are no longer seen as relics of the past, but symbols of a proud and vibrant culture. Moreover, the bead industry has benefited from the global shift towards sustainable and ethical fashion. Consumers are increasingly seeking products that are not only stylish, but also environmentally friendly and socially responsible. Handmade beads, often crafted from locally sourced materials, fit this trend perfectly. Thus, the artisanal nature of beadwork ensures that each piece is unique, telling a story of the hands that made it and the culture it represents. This renewed interest in beadwork has also had significant economic implications. Small-scale artisans and bead makers, many of whom are women, are finding new opportunities to market their products both locally and internationally. The rise of online platforms and social media has made it easier for these artisans to reach a broader audience, leading to increased sales and a more sustainable livelihood. Furthermore, the Nigerian government and non-governmental organizations have begun to recognize the potential of the bead industry as a tool for economic empowerment. Initiatives that provide training and resources to bead makers are helping preserve this craft, while also boosting the local economy. However, the resurgence of beadwork is not without its challenges. Artisans face competition from mass-produced, cheaper alternatives that flood the market. To survive, they must continually innovate and differentiate their products from these imitations. For many, this means striking a balance between preserving traditional techniques and incorporating contemporary designs. As Nigerian beadwork continues to gain recognition on the global stage, it is clear that this ancient craft is more than just a passing trend. It is a testament to the resilience and creativity of Nigerian artisans who are redefining what it means to be fashionable in today's world. It is a reminder that while fashion may evolve, the cultural significance of beads remain timeless. The resurgence of beadmaking in Nigeria is a powerful reflection of the country's rich cultural heritage. It is a movement that honors the past while embracing the future, proving that beads are not just ornaments, but symbols of identity, pride, and resilience.
Majek Fashek's 1991 album, Spirit of Love, was a groundbreaking success in Nigeria. Earning critical acclaim and resonating deeply with audiences. Produced by Little Steven Van Zandt, the album masterfully blended African spiritualism, percussive rhythms, and protest songs infused with Black consciousness. Fashek's distinctive sound, marked by rhythmic pauses, assertive choruses, and the inclusion of talking drums, added to the album's energetic and impactful delivery. And spiritual struggle, reflecting the political and social climate of the time. The success of Spirit of Love, coupled with Fashek's tour alongside Tracy Chapman, cemented his place in the annals of the Nigerian music industry. In this music review and special report prepared by Bayo Olawe, we examined the profile, power, and legacy of Spirit of Love, a 10-track masterpiece that helped solidify reggae music's mainstream status in Nigeria in the early 1990s. The album opens with Beware, a wake-up call that urges Nigerians to remain vigilant against deceptive leaders and the manipulation of political power. The second track, So Long, Too Long, is a rallying cry for Africans and African Americans to awaken their potential and fulfill the dreams of revolutionary icons like Marcus Garvey and Martin Luther King Jr. In Majek Fashek Inner New York, Fashek reflects on his idealized vision of New York and the harsh reality of urban poverty and homelessness, revealing a sobering contrast. The title track, Spirit of Love, conveys a powerful message about the endurance of love over material wealth and worldly desires. On Ja People, the fifth track, Fashek criticizes oppressive political systems, likening those in power to Babylon people who exploit and subjugate the masses. He calls for resistance, lamenting humanity's obsession with control. In Religion is Politics, Fashek delivers a bold message about the misuse of religion to spread hate and fuel conflict. He urges people of different faiths to see beyond dogma and work together to build a better world. Holy Spirit presents a prophetic vision where 7 angels are sent to destroy the earth due to human transgressions. Yet, Fashek envisions a new heaven and earth, one filled with love, unity, and divine justice. With Send Down the Rain, Majek draws on the metaphor of rain as a reward for diligent effort. The track reflects his spiritual longing and anticipation for success based on the principle of reaping what one sows. I'm Not Tired reaffirms his unwavering commitment to spreading God's message. Here, Feshek expresses spiritual resilience and praises the goodness of God, refusing to grow weary. The album closes with I Come From the Ghetto, a powerful reflection on the struggles of ghetto life, child abuse, government neglect, and hardship. Yet, Feshek celebrates the strength of these communities, invoking figures like Nelson Mandela, Jesus Christ, and Marcus Garvey as examples of greatness emerging from humble beginnings. He reminds us of the universality of these struggles across Nigeria, the US, and the UK. With Spirit of Love, Majek Feshek delivered a masterclass in artistry and advocacy. The album remains one of the finest reggae albums to emerge from Nigeria, exploring themes of love, peace, unity, corruption, self-awareness, revolution, spirituality, and racial equality. The perfect blend of traditional percussion, particularly the gong-gong and electric guitar, gives the album a timeless edge, merging the soul of Africa with global reggae rhythms. Spirit of Love is more than just an album. It is a cultural artifact, a sonic protest, and a spiritual message. It elevated Majek Feshek as a voice of the people and established reggae not just as entertainment in Nigeria, but as a force for awareness, resistance, and healing. Its enduring legacy is a reminder that music, like literature, can move a nation, challenge its leaders, and inspire its people. I'm Moyosore Adebi for SOUQ News TV. Housing infrastructure as a driver of economic growth. In virtually every nation, the discourse on economic growth often revolves around output, foreign investment, technology, and human capital development. Yet, one element that remains underexplored but profoundly fundamental is housing infrastructure. Housing is more than shelter. It is an economic commodity, a social stabilizer, and a catalyst for development. From job creation to stimulating demand in allied industries, and from serving as collateral for wealth creation to enabling urban renewal, housing infrastructure stands at the heart of sustainable economic advancement. At the core of modern economies, housing represents both a consumption good and an investment asset. For households, it is often the most valuable property they own. For governments, housing development is a visible marker of social responsibility, while for economies, it serves as a growth engine with multiplier effects across sectors. According to Bayo Olaoye, veteran journalist with SOUQ News Television, well-planned housing infrastructure is not just about erecting buildings. When integrated with urban planning, it prevents slum expansion, enhances livability, and boosts productivity. World Bank estimates show that the real estate and construction sector contributes between 7% and 14% of global GDP, depending on the region. In advanced economies, such as United States, housing-related activities, construction, real estate, mortgage finance, home improvement, and property services are major drivers of employment and wealth creation. In emerging economies like Nigeria, housing contributes about 3.1% of GDP, though with vast untapped potential. Its influence cuts across financial markets, labor absorption, raw material demand, and energy consumption patterns. One of the clearest pathways through which housing drives growth is job creation. Development requires diverse skilled and unskilled labor, from architects and engineers to masons, electricians, and artisans. The construction phase alone is labor-intensive and generates immediate employment. Beyond that, housing stimulates growth in allied sectors such as cement, steel, timber, and glass. Industries producing furniture, interior decor, and home appliances thrive as household spending increases, while financial institutions expand their mortgage and insurance portfolios. The International Labour Organization, ILO, estimates that each housing unit constructed generates between 5 and 7 jobs, depending on project complexity. In countries grappling with high youth unemployment, this represents a powerful avenue for labor absorption and poverty reduction. Furthermore, Housing facilitates wealth accumulation and capital formation. Unlike consumer goods that depreciate, housing retains or increases in value. For many households, home ownership is the foundation of financial security and upward mobility. Housing assets also serve as collateral for credit, driving entrepreneurship and industrial growth. However, in many developing nations, underdeveloped housing finance systems limit credit access, stifling broader economic potential. Expanding housing infrastructure can therefore deepen financial systems, democratize wealth, and strengthen the foundation for inclusive growth. As the United Nations projects that nearly 70%